Hello and welcome to Sigbiker Studio. Today we continue talking about 1 x Drivetrain, and this one is 1 x 12 specific. So I'm not sure whether you have noticed, but after my first episode on 1 x Drivetrain main problems, Shimano have released their article about how to choose between 1 x and 2 x, saying that 2 x have not died. These drivetrains are still good, very good, and even better for some riders. And Sram Eagle, with this cassette, they have said on their website that front derailleurs have died since they've made the 10 through 50 teeth cassette. Well, I disagree with that, and I have to tell you the truth about this drivetrain. And to be honest, there are some issues with the 1 x drivetrains solved by using this Eagle technology, and there are some that have not been solved. So what is the truth about it? Let me share with you in just a couple of minutes. Since I have the cassette removed from my bike, I'm gonna start with the cassette. So once more, 10 teeth up to 50 teeth. You guys are probably running cassettes, if these are 11 speed, from 11 up to 42 or 46 teeth. So here we have much lower and a bit higher gear. So we can go bit more climbing mode, right? So climb really steep climbs, and we can go a little bit faster on those fast sections of your races or just everyday rides. So 12 gears, 10 to 50. In order to accommodate for the 10 tooth cog, there is a special XD system on the free hub body of our hub. But just look at this cassette. So that's the first thing I'd like to tell you about the Eagle system. I have on my area the Sram XX1 Eagle, so the highest model. It is of super high quality, really well thought out. And the first problem I want to mention that has been solved is actually the quietness of it. I have the boost system, so I have the wider hub, and with this cassette, this drivetrain is really quiet, which I like so much. So let's just focus on those teeth, and I'm gonna tell you why. Of course, all the teeth on the SRAM, Campi or Shimano cassettes will have different cuts, different shapes. But here it's really difficult to find any pattern. Each teeth almost has different shaping. So some small cuts or some larger grooves, and it's on both sides. And what's really interesting, I'm curious whether I'll be able to show you it like that. I think I will. Look, these sprockets, these teeth are actually narrow wide. So just look at this. We have here narrow, 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 wide, narrow, wide, narrow, 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 wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide. So there is no easy explanation of why this one is narrow, why here we have 4 narrow and then just 1 or 2 narrow in between the wider ones. But anyway, the chain engages on this cassette like you know, like a dream. I love this so much. And also between these narrow teeth there is a lot of difference. It can be narrower or a bit wider, and also the cut can be deeper or shallower. The cassette, as you can see, is made from 2 pieces, the gold one and the black one. And this cassette will have no problems with lots of dirt and mud. As you can see, there is much more air inside than the actual material. So as for 1 x Drivetrain, this one is really silent. There is no issue with backpedaling, so I like it a lot. I'm going to show you now the teeth on the crankset and the derailleur, which is really well done, and then I'm going to show you how it shifts. And finally, one issue that has not been solved, and the front derailleur have not died, dear SRAM engineers. I'm going to show you that in a second. The rear derailleur, because we only have one, right? And once more, the details about it, I love it. So we can see everything have been well thought out and redesigned. We have a smaller guide pulley and larger tension pulley, but if we look at these pulleys, these have some little grooves, so you can see those grooves on the pulley. But if you look at the tension pulley, it's actually a narrow wide one, so it holds on to the chain. And what surprised me, the narrow wide system usually is a bit louder, because those wider teeth will rub against the chain, but this actually is more quiet, which I like so much. So there has been many testing done, I'm pretty much sure about it, and I like the design of it. So it works with the 12 speed very well. I don't feel any tension changing into the 12th one. You will see that in a second. So this is really good. This is the Eagle chainring on the Sram XX1 crankset. If you compare this narrow wide chainring to most of other brands' narrow wide chainrings, you will see that other brands would make these teeth in the symmetrical way, and SRAM have taken a lot of material on this side of the teeth. So the shape of these teeth is so different from what I've seen on other cranksets, even on my FSI hologram crankset. What it means? It means that the main problem with the chain drop in the muddy condition with the narrow wide is that if there is some mud here, the mud will push the chain off the chainring, but here we have additional space for this mud to be pushed off the chainring by the chain which is engaging on the chainring. So this is really cool. It works very fine. I haven't developed any chain drop so far, and this is pretty quiet, so I like it. Now we can just look at it. You can see how those teeth are just kind of scooping up the chain and pushing it forward. Now you can imagine having here a lot of dirt, a lot of mud, and now you can see what all these grooves and cutouts and different shapes are helping with. This is working very good. It's time to look at the shifting performance, how the rear derailleur responds to each move of our thumb here on the shifter. So as you can see, if I'm only putting my thumb on the lever, on the trigger, the derailleur already responds, and it responds beautifully. When I'm shifting down the cassette, it looks like this: up, down, up. Let's pedal and see how it works. Super easily the chain engages on those sprockets. And the movement of the rear derailleur is pretty sudden. I would stop here. That's the moment when the 1x drivetrains get pretty stiff. So changing the gear into the second lowest and the lowest gear feels like the rear derailleur really has to go not only inwards but downwards in order to just, you know, grasp the whole thing here. Look at how easy and smooth it goes right there. So you don't really feel that stiffness. Just a little bit here, but it's very little. And remember, we have 12 gears here, so one gear more. This is really amazing. Now, how it goes down the cassette: if I'm pushing, it goes halfway through. If I'm releasing my thumb, changes gear. Push. Okay, it changed the gear only one by pushing. Now push, release, push, release, push, release, push, release. Okay, so if I'm gonna do the shifting just like during the ride, that's it. There is no multiple shifting down the cassette, unfortunately, which would be really nice feature. You can hear how the chain is engaging. You can go up to 5 sprockets up the cassette with just one push. It will be more difficult here, but it's possible. And then one final push and we have the whole cassette covered. So you don't wait for anything to happen here, it just reacts to every movement of your thumbs on the trigger, which is amazing. Let's do the backpedaling test. You can pedal as fast as you want backwards. This is what I wanted to see on one by Drivetrain. Let's see, this is the largest one. Let's see on the second one. Okay, no problems. So you don't see any attempts of the chain to jump over those teeth. This is all perfect. So my friends, what do I think about 1x12 SRAM Eagle system? As you could see, I think that it's really outstanding in terms of the quality, the shifting performance, the quietness of a whole drivetrain, no back pedaling problems. So many issues I've mentioned in the first episode about 1x drivetrains have been solved. Now there's one thing I disagree with SRAM and what you have written on your website, and that is that the front derailleur has died. Sorry, but 1x12 drivetrain, it does give you a great range of the gears, but it doesn't give you the right gearing ratios for the right cadence at the given speed. So that's what I think. I had this issue with 1x10 on my Killer, with 1x11 on my FSI, and I still have the same issue on 1x12 drivetrain from Eagle. So if the right cadence is important for you, if you focus so much on pacing, if you are just racing, then 1x12 does not solve this issue. And my opinion is that even Nino Schurter, Julien Absalon, all those great riders, Flukinger, if they had 2x10 drivetrains, they would be able to find the best cadence for themselves, and especially on MTB marathons you would be able to save some energy. So that's my opinion on it. The range is there, but I would like to have all those gears have much closer. If this was maybe 10 to 40 with 12 gears, that would be better for me. But I've checked different options, and 2x10 with SRAM cassette. SRAM cassette has the best gearing for me, would just feel the best and really work fine. That's what I think. If you have SRAM Eagle, let us know what do you think. Did you try it in the muddy conditions? Is it really that mud and dirt resistant? Is it silent on your bike? Because different bikes will have different chain lines. So we have some chain line on this Merida and we have the boost system there, but this drivetrain with this bike works perfectly. Oh, would you like me to answer the question? Okay, who would be happy with this one? Somebody, I would say trail riders, really, because trail riders, you don't do those intervals, you don't have to be, pacing yourself in the fourth or zone or just at your threshold. You don't think about that stuff. You want to go pretty fast down the hill. Okay, 32x10 up to 50 kilometers per hour you will be able to pedal, maybe 48 kilometers per hour on 29er. And then 32, 50, you're gonna be really good on those steep climbs. So trail riders, all those who are not performance oriented. Cross country, I still think 2x would be better. Let me know what do you think. Thanks for visiting the Sick Biker Studio, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye bye.